I've played Rocket League for over 8 years, and so I thought that it was finally my time to give a pretty honest opinion on this game as a whole. However, before I do that, I have an important question to ask you in this intro. Do you pour the milk in or the cereal first, and why? Quick disclosure, if you put the milk in before the cereal, then please go down below the comments, declare your shameful deed to everyone, and watch the rest of the video while you subconsciously feel embarrassed. Anyways, let's get into the video, and to be honest, it's okay. I understand. It's probably as creative as I can get on these intros, so oh well. Now we're going to start off with a very mundane first section of the review, which is the UI. Now, the UI is really good. I like the UI. It's very simple. It's easy to traverse as a beginner or as an advanced player. Okay, there have been a few updates over the past few years. Some people haven't liked the new UIs, but personally, I've got nothing to really hold against them. They're very, very simple and they're easy to use. They're pretty much to the point as well. I mean, if you can't find your way through training, to custom training, and to an online match or some extra mode, then I don't really know what to say. I mean, maybe take some lessons on the UI because it's really, really easy. It's not difficult. And it's pretty fast as well. I mean, I'd say there's not really that much lag to it, even that tiny input delay. There's nothing really to talk about the UI. Very simple, very easy. If you can't use it, then I don't know what to say. The customization features in this game are actually pretty solid. In fact, I'd go ahead and say that it's amazing because think of it like this, right? You want to wear anything. You want to have different wheels, you want to have different decals, you want to have boost. All of that is available in Rocket League. I mean, you can go make the dumbest looking car in history and drive around with it and score absolutely nutty goals. I mean, the customization of cars is cool. I mean, it could be even more, I guess, but I really think we'd be nitpicky if we're saying that you need to be able to design the inside of the wheels or like the windshield. I don't even know, honestly. So whatever people have been asking about, I think it's fine for now. Maybe we might get an update in the future, but the customization features have always been good for me. I like the black markets. I like the dopamine from getting a really good item, from opening a drop, whatever. But basically, to summarize it, I think it's really, really solid. It's unique as well for a car game as well. And the cars add some element of character to the game. You have the Merc, which you can kind of tell what type of players use it. You have the Dominus, which is a great car, the Octane, the Fennec, the Batmobile cars, the Formula cars, whatever, you name it, it's all in there. Very good, very easy to use. And to be honest, it's not like it's pay to win, so it's pretty equal, nothing to complain about. Now we're just talking about the gameplay itself, and we're excluding teammates and servers, etc, etc. The gameplay itself is amazing. I think it's close to perfection. It's as close as we can get to a pretty good car soccer physics-based game. I think Psyonix did a very good job with this game in 2015. Whatever's happened after, is, well. But the actual game itself is really, really good. I like the way it plays. I like how your car plays with the ball. I like how the ball reacts to the wall, to the corners. I think it's pretty accurate, and above all, it allows for a really fun experience because your typical champ, diamond, plat game can have ridiculous moments no matter what. Even if you go in a bronze game, something will happen that will be kind of astonishing. Like the pinches in this game, the air dribbles, the flip resets you can get off it, the mechanics, everything. It has an amazing ceiling for me. And okay, I am going to be glazing Rocket League a lot in this section for the gameplay, but seriously, how can I not glaze Rocket League? It's a very, very good game which I've played for over 8 years. A lot of people have played it for more than 10 years, so if it wasn't a good game, would it still have millions of people playing every single month? Probably not. Of course, there are other issues to talk about, but for me the gameplay is a solid 9 out of 10, and anything less than that for me would be a little bit unfair on the gameplay because it's pretty much perfect. I mean, what else is there to tweak about the physics? Maybe, I guess, remove ghost hits, but guess what? That's a server issue. That's not related to the actual physics engine. So overall, very good gameplay, very solid, enough glazing Rocket League now. Alright, we need to be honest about the community, so I'm going to try keep it 100% with you. I love and hate this community equally. I love the fact that there's very good people in it. I've met amazing people. The gameplay as well, I've experienced with people, very, very good. But also the people you meet, which are kind of on a negative side. Now, I understand funny toxicity, I get it. But to some extent, it gets to the point where it's like, do you need a therapist? Because this is insane. Because after all, it's such a diverse community as well that allows for all sorts of reactions from everyone, like from neckbeards, from Fortnite kids, from fathers, from mothers, from middle-aged men, from teenagers, you name it, everyone's in here. Basically, you have all sorts of demographics playing this game like every game. And it's a pretty big game, so that means it will have a naturally diluted, weird community. But I think above all, it's a pretty good community. I've met people that I think are great, and I want to think that toxic or, whatever, I mean, I guess annoying people are in the minority, And I'm not talking about just like what saves and stuff. I'm talking about much worse things, obviously. I mean, what saving is literally just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, I do it every once in a while if I'm feeling stupid. But after all, it's fine. I think the community could be better. But like every gaming community, it's filled with a bit of miscreancy, weird players, but above all, pretty good players. And I think it's given me quite a lot over the past few years. So I guess I have to show some form of appreciation to the community, whatever that may be. And I guess making YouTube videos is kind of part of it. Now this is probably my only real complaint with the game, and it's the fact that it doesn't have that many additional features in terms of playground like Fortnite and making custom maps within the actual game engine. It really annoys me, and it kind of sucks that it's kind of, outside of the game, so it's really down to the community to add things like that to the game, whereas it should be Psyonix and Epic doing that, because the game does lack the extra features in my opinion. As much as it makes up for it with good gameplay, I really think it'd be a pretty much downright 10 out of 10 if they added things like a Fortnite creative equivalent to Rocket League. Rather than trying to implement Fortnite to Rocket League, I'd like to see Rocket League getting more of its own implementations, like custom maps from Steam, from Epic Games. It'd be great. I really think it'd be good, because at the moment having, everyone once a week, 2 different extra game modes, which many people don't really care about, doesn't really make people excited for the features in this game. Other than the 3v3s, the 2v2s, the 1v1s, people don't care enough about the actual additional features. Now, that is a problem for me. That is probably the only real issue with the actual game itself. Now, every other issue is kind of down to Epic and Psyonix doing things, but if we're talking about just the game itself, it does need the custom maps. It needs more additions like Fortnite Creative, like I just talked about. It needs something like that where people can be creative and create things within the game itself. And I think that attracts a lot more people to the game. It'd make it more fun. People would treat it as just kind of an all-rounder car game, I guess. But above all, it adds some hype. I think a playground would be exciting. So until we get that, I don't think free play or online free play is really going to cut it to bridge that gap between the community and creation within the game. So yeah, I guess this is my part. And to be honest with you, since it's brutally honest, I think it's been brutally honest. I really believe that this needs to be improved, and above all, Epic need to do something about that. For all the complaints that we have every single year about the game, I think it's a really good game. If you're just focusing on the gameplay, focusing on playing with others, having fun, I don't know what that'd be in a rating. I don't know how I'd rate this in terms of stars or out of 10. You can give your own ratings down below in the comments, but in my opinion, it's really one of my favorite games, to be honest. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's definitely up there, maybe top 5, top 3. Could at times be my favorite, so it really depends. But above all, I wish you guys the very, very best, and hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you next time.